All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, victims of all ages, wishing you motherfuckers a gracious good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be for you, wherever in the world you may be. Thank you for hanging out with me for a couple minutes today. Look, we're going to drink some whiskey, we're going to smoke a little bit of weed, we're going to get fucked up, we're going to crack some jokes on some fucking piece of shit pigs. Before we get into it, this is what I want to know. The whole entire Taco Bell crew, the whole crew smokes weed, right? But not one goddamn one of them can roll up a fucking burrito. How is that possible? It can't be possible. Okay, now I'm trying to, considerably, you can clearly tell I need a therapist. So I'm with the therapist the other day, and she says to me, so Mike, what do we do now when we're angry? And I said, I don't know, shave my fucking head? And she said, no. And I said, well, add to cart? She said, no. I said, maybe a piercing or a tattoo? She said, no. And I'm thinking, oh my God, you gotta throw these fucking hands? She said, no. What the fuck is wrong with you? I said, I don't know. You the fucking therapist, not me. No one fucking knows what's wrong with my ass. So, I'm standing behind this guy in line, right, at the store the other day. You guys know how they got them fucking stupid magazines, them little impulse buys at the front of the register, right? So, this little old guy, right, he's looking at this stupid thing and this little thumb paper, and he turns around, and now no one gives a fuck about the Olympics anyway. But this fucking little sweet old guy, he turns around, he looks at me, and he says, how in the hell didn't USA win the gold medal for shooting? And I said, sir, that's very, very easy. Because it wasn't in a high school. Let's bring back the Columbine, motherfuckers. Let's find out who's gonna win some shit. Hey, you guys are important, cared for, valuable, and unbelievably appreciated. If no one has told you guys yet today, just know that I fucking love yous over here, man. This first video, there's a lot of false charges videos we're gonna cover today, but look, this first one comes from my dog, Joe Henley. Look, these are just false charges filed by pig fucking scumbag cops. Or is it not? Let's check it out together. Joe Henley, show them what happened, baby. Let's go.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy.
Man, the only person that cared that your demon seed went back to school is the dude you fucking behind your husband's back. Bitch.
Good day to you, officer.
Good afternoon, Patrolman Tompkins from Florence Police. Can I see your license, registration, insurance card, please?
Sure can. Tell me why you pulled me over?
Yeah, because you were driving on the sidewalk over there.
Well, I was driving off of the grass onto the road.
But you
parked on the grass.
But you were driving on the sidewalk as well, too.
Well, you had to cross the sidewalk to get on the grass.
Why were you driving on the grass?
I parked my truck on the grass, so it's
Why?
out the way. It's a good place to park it while we're hunting groundhogs.
Hunting groundhogs?
Yeah. So it's out the way.
May I ask what you're hunting the groundhogs with?
May you ask what we're hunting them with? Yeah, terriers.
Terriers?
Yeah.
You have permission to hunt out there?
Of course. That farms it.
You have a piece of paper, a notarized letter?
Do I have a piece of paper and a notarized letter? Probably not on me, no. I've got his phone number if you want to give him a call.
Absolutely.
Town off 206.
Okay. Like I said, the reason why you're being stopped because you were, obviously when I pulled up, you were driving along. I didn't see you parked. You were driving along the grass line and across the sidewalk, okay?
Well, I was parked on the grass line.
Well, I didn't see you parked.
Well,
okay?
I'm explaining to you what I was doing.
I saw a moving motor vehicle on the grass, cross the sidewalk, then come on the side, and then cross over into the roadway.
Right.
Okay? It's a violation. You can't ride on grass. You can't ride across the sidewalk. Okay.
Well, I've got permission to ride all over here.
Okay. Well, I don't know that.
But I'm telling you, I have.
Well, obviously, when people tell me things, I want to investigate as far as I can go.
You go ahead and investigate. Give him a call, and he'll tell you I've got permission to be here, and I've got permission to drive all over this property. Fine.
All right. Like I said, the reason why you're being stopped because again, you're a moving vehicle across the grass and across the sidewalk, then came across onto the street. Give me a few minutes. Let me check something out, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Is there anybody else in back here? Anybody sitting behind you?
Yeah, no.
You don't have any weapons in your car, do you?
We've got shotguns in the car, yeah.
Where are they at located?
Sitting behind the back seats.
Are they loaded?
No.
Okay.
So.
Where are the shells at? Okay. 4025, whenever you get a chance, can you swing your way out here, please? Alright, hang tight.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have your firearms ID card with you guys?
No.
Okay, you do not. Okay. Secondly, do you have a permit to discharge your weapons over here?
We haven't discharged weapons over here.
Okay, but you're hunting though.
We are hunting, yeah.
And you're using the shotguns to kill the groundhogs.
If we come across them.
Okay. You need a permit for that.
This is a private farm.
It's in the township of Florence. You need a permit for that. You have to go to our township and get a permit to do that. So you're going.
What do I need for applying for a permit for that?
You have to go to our township.
But this is farmland, and I'm not trying to argue with it. As I understand it, this is farmland. We're performing a pest control service for a farmer, and legally, they're allowed to dispatch groundhogs by any means necessary as a farmer's agent.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I haven't shot any groundhogs here. But we do have an awful lot of land from here to Vincenttown, Medford, Pemberton, Mount Holly. We keep the shotguns because also, sometimes legally, we get pulled over and an officer will say, you need to kill a groundhog with a number 4 shot or less. Okay, so we keep a shotgun.
Okay. But this is the township of Florence. This doesn't cover, you cannot discharge a firearm over here without a permit. So,
Okay.
if you're telling...
I'll bear that in mind and not discharge a firearm
Okay.
here.
So you have to, if you do, you gotta get a permit from the township.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Secondly, you're going to be issued for riding over the sidewalk. You'll get that in the mail. And you're saying none of you have your firearms ID cards on you.
Correct.
Okay. All right. That was another issue. Give me 1 second.
You need a firearms ID to carry a shotgun.
No. Do you fuck?
And what's the permit called? You should get the name of that.
I'm sorry, what?
I need to see your firearms.
Why do you need to see the firearms?
Well, because I need to see A, if it's loaded, and B, right now you don't have a purchase ID card,
I don't
so
need a purchase ID card to carry a shotgun.
you need a firearms ID card to carry a weapon, sir. That's how it is.
I'm gonna check that name for one.
You have it here, and you have no legal reason to have it here.
Well, I do.
No, you don't. Show me what paperwork you have to have possession of this, please.
What? I don't need paperwork.
Yes, you do. You just can't travel around with a gun in your car.
I'm driving between farms as a pest control service, as I've explained.
First off, you have a pest control service. Where's your license?
I don't need a license.
You
Not a
do need
license,
a
specimen.
license
No, I don't.
For pest control.
No,
This
no.
is
I need
good.
a letter from farmers and I need farmers' permission. That's
Okay.
all I need.
And secondly, you can't come over in this area with the actual. You can't hunt over here.
It's not hunting, it's pest control. This is a
Even
private
pest
farm.
control, you can't do it because you can't discharge the firearms in this area.
I
of the
haven't
township.
discharged the firearms.
Say again.
I haven't discharged the firearms.
What's the matter?
I have not discharged a firearm.
4025.
There's two under his name, a 45 caliber and a 22 caliber. One's a Glock, and the other one says, I look like New England.
Percy. It doesn't matter, sir. You're here with it.
Right, well how could I not be here with it if it's in my truck and I'm going from farm to farm?
What's the matter?
If there's nothing the matter, I just asked you a question. How can I not be with it in my possession
Right.
when I go from... Just be careful of that sock that you don't tear it, please.
Yep.
When I go from farm to farm. Different townships, different areas, different farms, same farmer. Some places you can shoot on, some places you can't shoot on. As I've said, I haven't shot on here, as you're well aware,
Okay.
so I've done nothing wrong.
Yes,
Nothing
you,
wrong.
you have done something.
Well, why at this point am I being detained?
What's the matter?
Why am I being detained?
Because we're investigating you. First off, you're getting a motor vehicle summons for driving over the sidewalk.
All right, so big deal. I'll come to court and fight that. I don't
Okay,
even
that's
understand
fine.
why you're doing that again, since I'm on private land. But
What's the
still,
matter?
This is private land. I'm on a private farm.
Just right now, you're on private land. Drive
Right, now I'm on a
sidewalk
road.
wasn't on private
That
land.
crossed the sidewalk. People cross sidewalks every day to pull into their driveway, don't they?
Okay, and
Were
that's why you're stopped.
you on a driveway?
And were you on a
Listen,
sidewalk?
then
Yes.
write me the ticket. That's fine. If that's
And
what
then
you
you're telling
really...
me, then you're telling me you have weapons in the car.
Right, because I'm trying to talk to you and be fair and be honest. Should I just say, I'm not answering any questions, officer?
Well, you gave me an attitude in the beginning. All right?
Because you pulled me over for crossing a sidewalk, really?
It's a violation.
Okay, so write me a ticket. Violate me.
Here's your weapon.
Thank you.
Here.
This is why I feel I'm being improperly detained. Without any cause. Without any cause.
What's the matter?
Harassed and detained without any cause.
Yeah, you do. There is a cause.
Well, then carry on with your paperwork.
Vehicle, sir.
Right, as I said, I had a weapon in the vehicle. You've
Okay.
inspected it. It's unloaded. It's not
Right.
been fired. No offence.
Well, it is a fence. You'll be issued.
Okay, here's all your information back. We did issue you 2 violations. One for the discharge of fire weapon within city limits. Your intent was
discharged.
you were out here to hunt. You know, and hunt groundhogs. Okay. So, and the second one was driving across the sidewalk. You both have a court date of 5/13/2014 at 5 p.m. If you want to plead not guilty to the tickets, you have to do so in 7 days prior to going to court. If you have any questions, please contact our court clerk at that number. They'll be answering all your questions.
Your name and badge number and your partner's name and badge number
My
as
name
well,
is
please.
Patrolman Tompkins. My badge number is 4046. Drive safely.
And what about your partner?
Sergeant Carenti, 4025.
I'm sorry?
Sergeant Carenti, 4025.
Sergeant Carenti, 4025.
And what pest control
Thank
company
you.
do you work for, sir?
I don't work for a company.
So you're out here doing a service of pest control. Thank you very much.
Have a good day. I feel much safer.
Good job with all your homework.
All right, guys, so that was my man, Joe Henley. What did you guys think, man? False charges and that's it? Let me know, man. Hey, look, this next month, my man, Edward Kimmick Jr., check out what happens, right? If the police have no warrant to enter your home, do not ever let these motherfuckers in your home. You want to know how you can tell the difference? Here's how you tell the difference. If they have the actual warrant they need to enter your home, they're not asking your fucking permission. I promise you, they're kicking your fucking door down. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that shit. If they have the proper search warrant, they are not knocking on your fucking door. Now, short of that, you don't ever let police into your home. You don't ever answer your fucking door to them. Don't ever talk to them. None of that shit. Look. Show them how it's done, baby. No warrant, no entry, motherfucker.
Are you lying to me?
No.
No?
I'm lying to you.
You sure your name's not Kevin?
How tall is Kevin?
I don't know.
Well, you're the one looking for him, aren't you?
It's in the
Shouldn't
file.
you- well, go look how tall he is.
You don't have ID on you?
Do I have to give you ID?
To prove you're who you are, yeah.
Well, go back to your computer, go look how tall Kevin is, and then look how
tall's
tall
Kevin?
I am. He's 5'9".
Okay.
Do I look 5'9"
Where's
to
Kevin
you?
at?
I don't know.
He lives here, right?
As far as I know, but he's not here. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. He's not here.
Does Skylar live here with you?
Does Scott?
Skylar.
Skylar? No.
Do you know a Skylar?
Kevin used to date her like a year ago.
Okay. Well,
They haven't even been together.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Well, he's not here. I mean, if he is here, I'll let you guys know. Do you have like a business card or something?
I'll get you one.
Okay.
Scott, get the file and a card up on the light, please, for me. The file's on the passenger seat.
Yeah, he hasn't been here in like 3 days.
Where's he go? Do you know?
No, he disappeared like 3 days ago. I haven't even been able to get a hold of him since then.
You have a cell number for him?
It's out of minutes, so it's pretty much useless.
Do you have one?
I mean, I'd rather just not give out any more information.
Can I look in the house?
Do you have a warrant?
Yeah, I have a warrant for him, yes, I do.
Do you have a search warrant?
Do you want me to get one?
I mean, if it's necessary.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if Kevin's in that house and you're hiding him, you're getting charged. You
I'm
want to get charged?
I'm completely aware of that, but since he's not in there, I'm not scared of you threatening me.
Okay. You seem real nervous. Why?
No,
Is he home?
I'm not nervous. If he was home, I would tell you.
And I'm going to believe that.
Okay, well, that's your prerogative, officer. So, I mean, if you want to go down to the point where you need a search warrant to go search in an empty house, then by all means go for it. But he's not here. If you don't want to take my word for it, that's not my problem.
What's your last name?
I don't have to give you that. Am I suspected of a crime? I don't have to give you any information.
Well, you want to prove your identity to me, right?
I don't have to prove my identity to you, officer. Am I suspected of committing a crime? Is there a warrant for my arrest? No.
Maybe I want to find that out.
Well, like I said, go look for Kevin's
I need
name.
your last name to see if you have a warrant.
I don't need to give you any information if I'm not suspected of committing a crime, officer.
Well, you need to prove your identity to me.
I do not need to prove anything to you.
You need to prove your identity to me.
No, I don't.
So you have,
If you want to go find out who Kevin is, go look at what height he is. I'm not 5'9". Look how tall he is. Do I look like that? No, I don't. So I don't need to give you any information about myself. You're looking for him, not me. I did not commit a crime. I'm sitting here in my house minding my own damn business.
okay, well, if you have no crime to commit, then why won't you let me look in the house?
Because I don't have to. You don't have a search warrant. If you want to go look in the house, go get a search warrant. I'll be happy to go let you look there. But until you do, I don't have to let you in my house. Plain and simple.
All right, well, if you see Kevin, I advise you to tell him that the best thing to do would be to turn himself in.
Oh, absolutely.
That way I can help him out, maybe get him in and out of court. But if he doesn't, then I can make it hard on him, too.
Pretty much.
And you're the one that's helping him.
I'm not helping him in any way. If I knew where he was, I'd tell you where he was, but he's not here. I mean, like I said, he's not here. If he was here, I would tell you. I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Well, that's smart. Okay. Well, you have my card.
Yeah, absolutely. If I see him,
If
I'll let you know.
Give me a call.
But, yeah, I don't know. I'd just rather not, have people going through my house. That's really it. That's what my dad told me. He doesn't want people going through his house, so... I mean, unless you guys absolutely have to necessarily go out and get a search warrant just to look through here, I mean, then by all means go for it. But until then, I'm just going to rather not go that route. That's really it. But if I see him, I'll definitely let you guys know.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, take care, guys.
All right.
Oh, that was fun.
All right, guys, that was my man, Ed Kimmick Jr. What'd you guys think, man? I think he did a pretty good fucking job, personally. But like I said at the beginning, man, don't ever forget that if they have the proper warrant, they're not going to knock on your door and ask if they can come in. If they have the proper warrant, they're kicking your fucking door down. Understand, there's a difference between an arrest warrant and a search warrant. That's two different things. Police all the time will knock on your fucking door and they may be looking for someone and they'll say, well, we have a warrant. I don't give a fuck if you have a warrant. I'm in no position to help you. Go fuck your mother, you piece of shit. But if they have a search warrant, they ain't knocking. They're booting your fucking door. Anyway, though, look, check this out, right? This next video comes from my man Sneeson. Let me give you just a touch of a backstory, right? My man is in Electric, Texas. Now, what happens is his wife is driving their car, and he, the husband, is in the passenger seat. So what happens is they decide they're going to pull off so they can change seats, and the husband can drive, and the wife can jump in the passenger seat. Now, as soon as they pull off the road, the Electric Police Department pulls up behind them, and that's where this video starts, man. Oh, what fucking scumbags, man. Hey, Sneeson. Show him some grimy shit, dog. Let's go.
I do you too quick. Alright. Sorry, what? You have your ID with you? Sorry, am I? No. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Your ID card.
Section 3802, Failure to Identify. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person and requested the information. I was not under arrest, nor had I been driving, and therefore I was not obligated by law to cooperate with them or answer any further questions. I assumed they were just making sure we were not stranded, so I was willing to cooperate a little. I told them that we were just switching drivers and that we were okay. I gave Ellis my name, address, date of birth, and driver's license number. Officer Matt Wood goes to the other side of the van. And opens the door. No probable cause, no consent, or even bothering to ask for it. That is an unconstitutional search. He can order other passengers out, but he cannot search the vehicle without probable cause or consent. I had not noticed that Wood was searching my vehicle because I had been busy giving all my identifying information to Ellis. When I did notice, I verbally objected to his search.
That? I'm not searching your car. I think I'm okay.
To those who think I was being unnecessarily difficult and that the police officers were just doing their job and just making sure I was safe, where would you draw the line? Would you object to the police opening the door of your house and looking around just to make sure you are safe? Search the web for Texas body cavity search for a few incidents that took place in the months following this incident. Would you object to that search? What if your daughter was threatened with a body cavity search without probable cause on a traffic stop? Would verbally objecting to that search be just being difficult?
Okay, well, once again, we're telling you that's not an intrusion. And once again, I'm telling you, okay, well, I tell you what, why don't you step back over here for me, sir? Are you just going to just make it worse? I'm not making it anything worse. Why don't you step back over here? I'm asking you. We don't know if you're a serial killer.
I was stunned. I could not believe he just said that. These are jackboots.
Buddy, that is a term that you cannot ever say, yes, you do. Okay, first off, you don't tell me what to do, okay? You don't tell me what to say, you don't tell me what to do. Yeah, walk there right now. I'm out there for a second. You're getting that too when you don't need to. You're getting that thing.
Excessive force. That hurt.
First off, we come up here for public safety and to make sure everything's okay, and you come in with an attitude. Totally uncalled for, okay? Totally uncalled for. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? I'm sorry, who's attitude? Yours. All right, I disagree. So you think you can just talk to anybody, especially law enforcement personnel, just any old way? Yes, sir. That's either yes or no. Okay. I would expect you to say well, I tell you what, you're not going to come to me all cockeyed and bowled up. Is that understood? Is that understood?
A quick refresher on fail to identify. To be guilty, you have to have already been arrested for a separate crime. Not detained, arrested. The law is very specific on that distinction. It does not mention ID cards. We are not that far gone yet. I had given all the information relevant to the law the first time I was asked for them, even though I was not required by law to do so. I knew this law.
I'm sorry, what? Doesn't identify. Whenever we asked you about information, you said no, everything's good, you want to walk off. Alright? You're a liar, you're making this up. Come on. You think you're jail on it? I will. Green coffee, sure coffee. Yes, you are. Alright. The penal code, information code, everything in there? Yeah. That's what you were cited. I did not fail to identify anything. I was not arrested. I was not under arrest. You were locked in. So do you think so or not? No, I absolutely agree with that.
I then noticed the second citation for fail to display driver's license. I had not operated a motor vehicle in the state of Texas that night. My wife had been driving since Taos, New Mexico. We had been in the process of switching drivers at the time they pulled up behind us. Both officers knew I had not been driving, and therefore knew I was not required by law to display a driver's license.
Alright. And the warning was... Does it matter that I wasn't driving? I'm sorry. I'm just asking. You know that I'm right, and I'll tell you everything. I'm not going to talk to you.
Wood and Ellis issued me a citation for an offense they were both certain I had not committed.
Just one more warning. You know that you... One more warning. I'm fixing to get your thing out. Or you get in the car and you fucking leave. Alright? Alright, give me the ticket. I told you before, and I'm going to argue out here. Deal with the courts. Alright? Now leave.
2 false citations simply because I verbally objected to their unconstitutional search of my car. To be sure I did not operate a motor vehicle in the state of Texas that night, my wife continued driving.
You need to leave.
Wood marked on the citation that no search had taken place. Most importantly, the citation stated that a video was taken. I requested the video and received it at the pretrial hearing. In what follows, after I get the DVD with the video, it looks as though I was being purposefully difficult by not letting the prosecutor watch it. I was not. I acted toward my best defense in a criminal trial. I had resolved, long before the pretrial, not to view the video with the prosecutor until after I had seen the contents and determined it to be in my best interest to do so. For example, in the video, I can be heard asking, "Am I under arrest?" and both officers responding no. Wood can be heard responding, "You were fixin' to," when I told him I had not been driving. I did not know that these statements were audible beforehand. If the audio had been unintelligible, I had no doubt Wood and Ellis would lie at the trial and claim otherwise. The prosecutor later told me that small-town police officers might have done much worse. I did not want to give the prosecutor any hints lest he coach Wood and Ellis on their testimony. I wanted the officers as unprepared as possible if this went to trial. A trial is not about sparring in a gentlemanly fashion. It is a slum brawl in which you use every tactic available. The state certainly will. In this case, everything hinged on how clear the audio was. It turned out to be good enough, but at this moment, I did not know that. I was willing to watch the video with the prosecutor later if it was of any reasonable quality, and in fact I did do so a bit later. But there was a real risk that it was not. In my criminal trial, the proper organization of my defense trumped any inconvenience it brought upon the prosecutor or anyone else. What follows are the events surrounding the May pretrial hearing. Todd Greenwood, the city attorney for Electra, prosecuted. Associate Judge Diane Gribble presided. Todd Greenwood gives me a DVD with a copy of the police dash cam video. This is my copy, right?
Yes. Here's your copy.
Perfect.
Let's go and watch it collectively if we can. It's your copy after you leave with it. But until then, I'd like us to watch it together. That's the standard. That's what we normally do.
I mean, this is my copy now, right? Whether I share it with you or not.
No.
You have your own copy. Yes, it is.
I'm going to give you the copy.
You already have given me the copy.
You're interpreting the language I just used to say that I've just given you the copy.
I asked you if this was my...
I'm not going to get into that. I would appreciate if we all watch it together.
Okay, I wasn't
going to...
And
then we can make a determination. I can make a determination.
It's rather long, and I wasn't going to watch the whole thing. I basically just want to make sure that it's from the start to the end.
Here's what I'm going to have to do, sir. I'm going to have to go get the police to bring me another copy so I can watch it.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. I don't normally give DVDs. I've agreed to do that because you replied in your letter. So I'm willing to provide you with a copy of the DVD, provided that we can all watch it together now, and then you can take it with you. Those are your conditions.
All right.
If you don't like that, I'm going to have to call the police chief back over here. Okay?
Okay. For what?
So let's just go ahead and watch it together. And then you can have that copy. You'll be the first.
Okay. First of all, let's make this clear. I already have a copy, and I will share it with you. We can look at it together.
Let's make this clear. You don't make the conditions here. I do.
Okay. I have a copy. You already gave it to me. It's in my computer.
No, you don't.
Yes, it is.
Because I just said you don't. And you don't make the conditions here. Now, do you have a problem with that?
Will you call the judge in, please?
You're free to go talk to the judge if you want to.
Judge, would you come in here, please?
Why don't you go get her instead of making her come in here at your beck and call as though you have some directive power over anyone in this location? That's her chambers. You can go talk to her.
I'm good.
I'm beginning to understand why you have the charges you do. You seem to have some expectations about public entities and your power over them, some controlling sense. And why is your boy here to witness this? Isn't today school day?
That's my business, not yours.
You're right about that, but let me put it this way. Render the DVD back to
I will
you.
not. That is mine. You may call the police and get your own copy if you wish. All right, this is an ex parte.
We need to call the bailiff.
All right, I'm sorry. This conversation should not be happening without both of us present.
That's why the door's open. Would you call the chief?
Yes.
Would you rather do this in the office with the door closed?
No,
with the
I would
chief
not.
here
I would not.
instead of
I'd rather be doing it out here. This is why I brought the boy, so he can see how this works.
Hey, is Chief there? Tell him I need him down here immediately, please. We have a gentleman in the office. I just need the chief here. Thank you. He'll be right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I under arrest now?
I don't know.
It does it? On what charge would that be? I'm ready to proceed with the hearing, if you wish. I'll be out here at your leisure.
Okay. Have a seat. Thank you.
You bet.
Electric Police Chief Johnny Morris arrived a few minutes later. Greenwood had a conversation with him within easy earshot of the judge and us. That was inappropriate. The video showed everything I needed to win any trial. After making sure I had a safe copy of the DVD, I allowed it to be viewed on the judge's computer. Greenwood wanted to chat about what was on the video and my version of the events, and I agreed. After listening to my side of the story, Greenwood gave me some advice.
Let me tell you how this would have worked in the 80s or the early 90s. There would have been no audio. You would have been in a small town that didn't have audio or video equipped, and there's still some, if you go towards Lubbock, that don't. You would have been here, we wouldn't have had an audio or video to look at, and the officer, if you had pressed it the way you are now, pressed your rights, the officer would have taken the stand and testified that you laid hands on him. Okay? And a few of them who are worse than Ellis, in your opinion, Ellis or Wood. Some of those guys out in West Texas, what they would have done is they would have put you on the ground in front of your family, handcuffed you, let you spend the night in jail, then they would have said it was because you put hands on them. Your family would have all been witnesses in your favor at trial, but the officer taking the stand in a small rural community would have gone, the jury would have gone with those officers more than likely. And even if they didn't, no one gives a damn because it's all, you're having to do all the work driving out there and doing all the heavy lifting. So either way, they would have won. My bottom line, and this is nothing to you except a little preaching, is I get clients in your position. You don't win. The old expression is, you may beat the rat, but you don't beat the ride to jail. There's some bad people out there, and they wear badges, so they can get away with it, and they will bend you up. And at the end of the day, unless you've got real good evidence against them, you're not going to get their badge. You may get worse than that, so be careful, okay? I'm going to ask you a question I don't want you to answer. Do you have a criminal history? The reason I would ask you that question is because if you go to a trial without an audio or video and you're in your situation and somebody was wrongfully arrested and you have a criminal history, you're going to lose because they're going to believe the officer and not the guy with the conviction. And you're not even from that town. And the officer is and goes to Sunday school with the people on the jury. In small rural communities, that's how it works. You ever seen the movie Deliverance? It's not quite that bad, but that kind of gives you a picture.
He got a real pretty mouth, ain't he?
All right, so be careful when you get outside of the suburbs, outside of the donut, because when you are, it's a different world. People, when they're from the suburbs, they don't necessarily realize what's written down in the Constitution is one thing, and the real practice is another. And you're just not in the same kind of protections you have in Allen and Plano and Richardson and places like that.
So we do live in a jackboot society.
Sometimes, and we shouldn't. Sometimes it's better just to stand there and let it all roll over.
He's a better than that. Come on, squeal! Squeal!
These travel safety tips were brought to you by the Electra Texas Visitors Bureau. Inevitably, Greenwood moved to dismiss the causes without costs. The reason given? Lack of evidence. The court so ordered. I got the news in June when I received a copy of the motion with the order attached that dismissed both charges. I, of course, objected to it. I put in a motion to quash that order, which was improper due to it ruling on a motion made ex parte to the defendant. I also asked the court to deny the prosecutor's motion and submitted a third motion to compel the additional video and audio from the body cameras worn by Wood and Ellis. I would then put in a motion to dismiss with prejudice. Due process is hard to come by in Electra, Texas. Judge Gribble refused to consider any of my motions. Not a big surprise. And the charges remained dismissed. I did my own defense. The law books I used were all from Nolo Press. Beat Your Ticket, Represent Yourself in Court, and the Criminal Law Handbook. I racked up $5.25 in late fees from the library. Perhaps I need to go back to the library and learn how to file a Section 1983.
All right, guys, so that was my man Sneeson. I mean, if this video doesn't prove the corruption that starts from the very bottom at the police department, the district attorney, judges, appellate court, I mean, it goes fucking on and on and on and on. In the state of Pennsylvania, where I'm at, magistrates do not need any type of law degree, none of that, to be a magistrate. They only need to be voted in. So what happens a lot of the time is a lot of these magistrates are just ex-cops. All their buddies fucking vote them in because they know they're just gonna go away. You know what oh my God, what a fucked up, god damn. Usually I stop there at 3. I put this one in though. This one comes from Kappa Vlogs. Oh my God, man, listen. I just want to show you guys how an unlawful stop almost results in a woman's fucking death because of this pig bitch. Check this out. Let me know what you guys think of it. Kappa Vlogs, baby. Let's go.
On there.
You guys want to be there?
This is harassment. Now you're delaying my life, man.
You don't have a license plate coming on, so that's the reason for the stop. By the way, you don't have a helmet either.
I don't need a helmet if it doesn't go over 30 miles an hour. No, I do not. Say that one more time on camera. Please say that. If it doesn't go over 30 miles an hour, I need a helmet. Say that. Say that on the record.
That rides over 30 has to have a license.
My vehicle does not ride over 30, sir. So I don't understand why you stopped me. I do not need a helmet for this.
30 miles an hour, you need a helmet.
Look at him. Look at that. Look at that fucking look at that shit. Look at that shit. Come on. Look at that shit. What the fuck? What the this officer right here needs to be arrested. You need to be arrested. You need to be arrested, sir. You need to be arrested.
No, I'm not.
Yes, I just got the whole thing on camera.
I tried to
What
stop
are you
that
fucking,
motorcycle.
Fuck that. It's worth lives.
Listen,
it's
stop
worth
that.
people dying. Is that worth that? It's worth that. Come on, sir. Yo, write me my summons. Write me my summons. Let me go home. I want my shit. I want to go. You cannot stop me for this, sir. I've been stopped before. I've been to court. I already know what.
I just showed you.
I do not need this register. It does not go over 30. Get that officer to give me back my ID, please. This is harassment. This is harassment. Y'all killed people last week. Some dude just ran into y'all vehicle and you guys did it on purpose. Now I got another thing. Come on. I just want my ID. I want to go home. It was a simple day. I was doing deliveries. I'm working for the city. What the fuck?
Well, we're showing you the law.
I do not.
Right?
You're showing me the law, but
What
my
if we-
bike does not
what if we
apply
just-
to that.
Okay.
My bike does not apply to that, sir.
Okay.
I've been to court before. I've already fought this the first time. And this is harassment. This is considered harassment.
What does it say? The following are examples of illegal.
Moped without license plate
Without license
or
plate. Do you have
VIN.
a license plate?
Sir, do you see my VIN? Do you see my VIN? Do you see my VIN?
Exactly.
Do you see my VIN number?
That's not a license plate.
You said without a license plate or VIN number. License plate or VIN number. Or VIN. I don't need both. I do not need both.
I didn't say you need both.
The VIN is right there, sir. You can look up the VIN. This is harassment. You are harassing me. Now, please tell that officer to give me back my license, do what you got to do, and let me continue my date. Thank you. What do you mean, who has my key?
You got the key to this?
There is no key to it. It's electric. It flips on, it flips off. You got officers out here killing people. That's what's going on.
That bike right there. This is the key right here.
Do you need my VIN or not? Are you going to look up the VIN or not?
We're gonna take this one back, sir.
Okay.
Why are you going to take this one back, sir?
Move it up the vehicle, please.
They already explained to you. You need a license plate in order to operate the vehicle.
This is an electric.
Yes, just like the Rebel's electric, they have license plates and insurance. You have a license plate or
This
insurance.
doesn't go over 30 miles an hour. I do not have to get this registered. I do not have to
Anything
get this
over
registered.
30 miles per hour, you need a class and license. Anything over 20, you need a license. You can look it up. I do this for a living.
Wait, so how do I get it back?
You gotta go to a precinct with it insured and registered.
It can't be insured or registered. It is not electric. It does not go over 30 miles an hour,
I didn't
sir.
say it go. I said anything over 20, you need a license.
Wait, now you're saying over 20. This is not.
This is the first time you're speaking to me, right? I never said anything over 30. You need a Class M license. You need a motorcycle license.
All right, so for an electric scooter, an electric e-scooter in New York City, what is the law for that?
Anything over 20 miles per hour, you need a Class D license. A regular license for a car.
Then why did I get stopped last time and that was not applied? Is that a new law? When was that law came into effect?
Because not all cops know this. I do traffic and safety enforcement.
Give me back my ID, sir.
So
Give me back my ID.
Yeah, we have to issue a summons
Give me back
still,
my
right?
ID. I don't care. Give me back my
Hold
ID. Take my fucking shit, man.
We still
I'm
have to
just
issue
trying
a
to work.
summons.
Give me my ID, sir. You're gonna be
I told
famous
you
tonight.
that I'm giving-
You're gonna be famous
listen,
tonight because I got your ass on fucking
listen,
camera
get
almost
to
killing
the park,
people.
or you're
Give me
gonna
my
get arrested
stuff.
for,
Oh my god. Can you tell him to give me my ID and my summons so I can go?
We have someone that was struck in the street. They're trying to deal with.
Do you know who
with
did that?
Yeah.
Do you know who did that? Okay. All over a scooter. All over scooters.
That wasn't a scooter that hit her. That was a four-wheeler.
It was okay, over a four-wheeler. He wanted to hit the guy so bad on a four-wheeler.
Who wanted to
Yeah,
hit
what
him?
happens when you hit somebody riding 30 miles an hour?
Who wanted to hit him?
Accidents.
Who wanted to hit him?
He did. He pulled out his baton and struck the guy.
stopped
Yes,
you.
you hit the guy with the baton.
No,
I
I
have
did
it on
not.
video. Watch,
No,
you're
I
gonna
did
see it on the
not.
news. He's gonna be famous.
I did not hit
You're
him.
gonna be famous. It's fucking crazy. You're gonna be famous as hell. You're gonna be famous as hell. And he's not writing my summons. Like, come on, man. Yep, that's the guy who exactly. I have it all on video. I'm already rich, sir. Why the fuck do you guys? Come on, bro.
Read the stick.
You hit my bro. got more money than half y'all niggas in retirement. What are you talking about? I'm out here doing a service. I'm out here because I want to be out here.
I mean, how can you watch that video and not shake your head and say to yourself, what a fucking cunt-faced piece of shit? Apparently I have anger issues, I don't know. If you have made it this far, guys, you have made it all the way to the end. Thank you guys so much for spending just a little bit of your day with me. I appreciate that shit, guys. Very, very special thank you to the 4 channels I highlighted today. That was Joe Henley, Edward Kimmick Jr., Sneeson, and my man Kappa Vlogs. If you are unfamiliar with any of these channels, check out the descriptions. I leave all the original links. Click on them, head on over, show them some love, let them know we got their back. If you do have a Facebook, I don't blame you if you do not have a Facebook page. Fuck Facebook. But if you do, check out the Facebook group, USVSTHEMPGH. I let my main man, my motherfucking #1 dude, Chris, he runs it over there for me. He does a fucking great job, and he will keep you entertained with shit that you will not see on this channel all day long. So if you do have a Facebook page, make sure you check out the group, man. You guys are important, cared for, valuable, unfucking believably appreciated, especially to me. If no one has told you guys yet today, just know that I love you, baby. And I'll see you in the video. Cheers, guys. Stay safe.